Welcome to the ADNA Presents. This is Roy Samuelson. Lee Pugsley and Alex Howard have been guests on the ADNA Presents before, and this is a cross post from their show, The Dark Room, which came out today. They watched the Oscars with audio description on, and they have specific things to say about what they experienced. They name moments. They name people who were and weren't invited for the blind audience. That kind of specificity matters, and it's rare. They're joined by John Stark and Ren Leach, who's just been welcomed into the Blind Film Critic Society. Ren connects the Marlee Matlin captioning recognition to a broader question that's, I think, worth sitting with. Why don't all Oscar nominees have audio description? Subscribe to The Dark Room for blind film criticism with real stakes. And if this conversation about who gets named, who gets seen, and what the blind audience actually experiences, if this resonates with you, that's exactly what the ADNA Presents is built around. Here's their episode from the Dark Room podcast.
Happy March, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Dark Room, where two blind cinephiles illuminate the sighted. I'm Lee Pugsley.
I'm Alex Howard.
And this is a podcast hosted by two legally blind guys for film lovers of all abilities. So we are fresh out of Oscar season now. We just had the ceremony this past week, and we are excited to dive into our thoughts on the Oscars with some special guests, as well as giving our nominations and winners for the Blind Film Critic Society. And to help us with all of this, we have a few special guests that we'd like to introduce. John Stark, who has been on our podcast before. Welcome, John.
Thank you, Lee. I'm excited to be here again. Love the podcast.
And we also have Ren Leach, who has also been on our podcast before with our Penguin episode. Ren, welcome back to the show.
Hi, Lee. Hi, Alex. Great to be back.
And Ren, we want to welcome you to the Blind Film Critic Society as well. You're the newest member.
Thank you. As such, do I get to stop carrying everybody's stuff around when we go from city to city, or do I still have to do all the rookie stuff?
Oh, yeah, that was part of the hazing for sure.
Oh, okay.
You're in now.
All right. Well, okay, good. Great.
Yeah, you have earned your rite of passage, so you are officially in. Congratulations.
Thank you.
To start off with, let's go ahead and share your thoughts on the Oscar ceremony, any surprises or things that stuck out to you.
So I thought the tie was really interesting, and I thought it was funny that there was a tie and then two speeches, obviously, because both of them had to speak, and then Sean Penn didn't show up, so it kind of made up the time. Sean Penn not speaking made up the time for the two speeches, so I thought that was really interesting.
I was going to say there have been very rarely ties. The last one was for Best Sound, the year of Zero Dark 30, when it tied another film.
Yeah, I think it was funny because, we had the La La Land debacle, and so I don't think we've had a tie since then. So he had to literally be like, this is not a joke. There's a tie. We're going to handle this. And everyone, I think all of us thought it was a joke at first.
He did a great job.
He did.
And I was actually at a party with someone who worked on a live action Best Short, one of the ones that actually won. I think it was the first one, The Singers. And so when he said there was a tie, our room was so locked into who was going to win because we wanted her to win. So it was super intense. We were like, oh my God.
One of the other things that stuck out to me, and I've talked to Alex about this, is I really wish they would have done snippets of all 5 of the Best Song nominees. I understand that K-pop Demon Hunters and Sinners were the most popular with I Lied to You and Golden, but I just think it's very respectful to give each of the songwriters in that category at least, 30 seconds to a minute of time just to sample the work that they've been nominated for. So I'm curious to know what you guys think of that.
I think it's a dangerous gamble unless somebody is, supposedly they're not supposed to be privy to the results. So if they choose to highlight the 2 popular songs and then suddenly something crazy happens and Golden doesn't win, and it goes to something else, the song they didn't highlight, then they look like it's like in comparison to the year when they really, really thought Chadwick Boseman was going to win Best Actor. I don't know if anybody remembers that year. So we closed with Best Actor. Like it was after it was the last category.
Not only did we close with Best Actor,
Anthony Hopkins.
Not only did we close with Best Actor, he wasn't even there to accept it.
Yeah, and it was the most deflating thing. So yeah, if you're going to bet on Best Original Song, you better damn well be sure that Golden is going to win, because if it hadn't won, that would have been really awkward.
I honestly thought it worked out this year because I think they took the time they were going to take who are the three other songs and put that into the in memoriam, which I thought they did a really good job with because they highlighted three major celebrity deaths that we had this past year with Robert Redford, Catherine
Diane
O'Hara,
Keaton and Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner, yeah. And so the fact that they took their time with that, I think everyone was pretty happy with how they did that. So I think the only way they were able to do that right was if they cut down on the songs.
I understand where you're coming from with that. I just feel like it's respectful to all five songwriters to at least feature a snippet of their songs. It doesn't even have to be the whole song. It could just be like 30 seconds and we could do like a 2 or 2.5 minute medley of all of the best song nominees.
Yeah, I mean, we spend so much time at the opening with Conan doing like nonsensical stuff to like warm up the audience. It's like it feels like we have time. Like there's time there, within the show itself. They just don't know how to manage it.
Speaking of the opening, though, the weapons spoof was so good. I thought that was so funny.
It was. The weapons spoof was hilarious.
Did any of you watch it with audio description? I didn't do it at my
I
party.
did. I watched the red carpet and the whole telecast with audio description.
How was
I really
it?
thought that the telecast was excellent. The audio description was excellent. The only time, and I posted this on my website for my small screen diaries, the only time where I was like, come on, was when Amy Madigan won and she thanked Ed. And I was like, I know I shouldn't expect a lot from every single narrator, but she's been married to Ed Harris, an Academy Award nominated actor, since 1983. And they kept saying her partner. But yet when we got to Paul Thomas Anderson, they had no problem clocking Maya Rudolph. So I kind of like, if you have a famous spouse, I feel like they should be clocked. Like the blind audience should have known it was Ed Harris, not just some Ed, like some dude named Ed.
For the audio description, did they read all the names on the in memoriam?
As far as I know, I mean, we'll never, that's the thing about being blind is I'll never know if they missed anybody,
Right.
if they skipped somebody. But based on the outrage, the people that I noticed that were missing were the people that apparently were missed. Eric Dane and James Vanderbeek were two standouts, but also Robert Carradine. I think honestly, Eric Dane's probably the biggest one because he does actually have film credits. So it's easily to write him off as just a TV actor is really does his film credits a disservice. And he was actually in films in 2025. So I think Eric, bare minimum, should have been. James has a couple film credits to his name. Robert has less. He is actually mostly well known for Lizzie McGuire, and for being attached to the Carradine family in general. But Eric has been in films his whole career. He was all the way back. I remember before he was ever on Grey's Anatomy, he was in the third X-Men movie playing Multiple Man. So he's had a decent career in film. It was a weird snub considering the fact that he had committed to advocacy and stuff. It would have been a nice finish to have him included.
For me, when I watch it without audio description, because I'm usually at a party, so I don't have them turn it on at the party. To be fair, I didn't ask though. But whenever I'm sitting next to someone, I kind of ask, "Oh, who's that? Who's that?" when they're coming out to present and things like that. And so, one of these years, I'd like to watch it with audio description. But what did y'all think of the winners and snubs and all that stuff?
It's not a category we would normally talk about as blind individuals, but that is an amazing win in cinematography. They were not projected to win, and 98 years. It's been 98 years coming, so bravo. Bravo for them.
100% agree.
They took 98 years to finally give it to a female cinematographer. I'm okay that I missed that in my Oscar pool. Like that's the best miss to have. If you're gonna have a miss on your Oscar list, that's the one,
Yeah.
So I was not mad at all. I was super happy for her and for setting, a new standard in that category.
I would agree with that as well. I was very happy about that win. And as for the rest of the winners, I don't really feel like there were any big surprises. The only thing, I guess, would be best casting, but we have no idea what that's based on right now. And it was between Sinners and One Battle After Another. We all knew those were the top two contenders. And I could have seen it going either way. So I wasn't surprised when One Battle pulled it out over Sinners. If I was voting, I would have voted for Sinners for best casting, but I also figured One Battle had a fair shot as well.
And I think I can ask, John would know this, but I was hoping that we got Best Documentary Short with audio description. I don't think the Best Documentary winner had AD. Am I wrong on that?
No, as far as I know, it does not. It's not even in English.
Okay. And then I don't think the Best Animated Short had AD. One of the live action shorts does. The Singers does.
Well, again, the animated short is also not in English, so it has to overcome that as well.
That's no excuse, but yeah, I get
It's
you.
not. It's coming from It's a Canadian short coming from Canada,
Oh,
so
so that's
it's
really no
possible it
excuse.
has maybe somewhere in Canada they played it with audio. I don't know.
Yeah. But the
But
Singers, the live action short that tied
yes,
has AD on Netflix, and the other one, Exchanging Saliva, does not, correct?
correct. It's just it's on YouTube. It's just on YouTube. They could put it. I realize they could put it. That's not an excuse. I'm just saying it's just on YouTube.
Ren, do you have any thoughts on the Oscars?
Well, the only thing I think that I would add to it was how they took a moment to recognize Marlee Matlin and talked about the advancement and acceptance of captioning in cinema. I thought that was a really nice moment. And by the same token, I also think that's a great springboard moment to open the discussion about audio description. And as we're just talking about, why is it not available on all of the nominees within the Academy? I think that would be the bare minimum of where they should start. But, there's something. So hopefully we can build on that.
Oh, for sure. I was hoping for Neon to get a big fat goose egg at the Oscars, but then I figured out it was impossible because they were going to win something for Best International Feature. So
Mm,
they got one, but
yeah.
For anyone who did an Oscar predictions ballot, how did you do?
I got 19 out of 24.
I got 20 out of 24.
Wow.
I got 15. It was not an amazing night for me.
But you did a lot of no guts, no glory predictions. So
Yeah, I mean, I always try to find the risks, the big swings first. The funny thing is, like, I went with the wrong ones. I really overplayed Sinners. I really like kind of bet a
Hmm.
lot on Sinners, and then the categories in which I bet for Sinners, like I didn't bet cinematography, but I had it in casting. I thought it was going to win. I didn't think Frankenstein was going to get all three, so I had Sinners for makeup and costume design.
same, I had
Hmm.
Sinners for one of those.
Costume design, you know, that's a pairing that has won before, the two of them. So I thought maybe that would be an upset. But the short categories, I feel like always kill people. Like I didn't get animated, or even with two winners, I still missed live action short. I had a friend of Dorothy as my pick. So
The one that I was kicking myself on was I put Delroy Lindo for Best Supporting Actor,
Hmm.
and in my Sean Penn I think had the best performance, if I'm being objective, but I didn't want him to win because he didn't want to win and he didn't care, and
no,
he's
he didn't care. And I
yeah
really thought that was going to matter for them because there's so much talk about Chalamet's,
Hmm.
like him sort of almost like overdoing it. And like, well, if he's over it and they're paying attention, then that means that they're paying attention to awards, races and all of these. And then they're noticing Sean's not doing any. So, I mean, they have to notice that he didn't go to the BAFTAs or the Screen Actors Guild. Like, they have to notice that stuff, right? And they still voted for him. And I just thought, that's insane. Like, that's his third Academy Award, and he couldn't be bothered. And there were actors there who have been acting at least as long as Sean Penn, with Stellan Skarsgård and Delroy Lindo as old as they're, and they've been in Hollywood forever. And I just don't know why it couldn't have been one of them. Stellan was the one when I was willing to give Neon because of Stellan, because I think he's done phenomenal work throughout his career and he has plenty of English language stuff. So if he had won for that, I would have been happy for him individually as an actor.
one thing I do want to point out that no one really seems to be talking about is Warner Brothers won 11 Oscars between one battle after another, and Sinners, which ties the record that New Line had with Return of the King, and MGM had with Ben-Hur, and Paramount had with Titanic. So that's tying the record of the most Oscars for a studio in one night, and they are about to get sold to Paramount after, but they tied the record for the most Oscars, and then they broke the record for box office last year, and yet they're about to get sold.
It doesn't make any sense. I feel like Warner Brothers should be buying Paramount, not the other way around.
I'm still hoping that it won't go through the government, but that's another conversation. Lee, did you have any final thoughts, or do we want to jump into the Blind Film Critic Society?
No, I think those are all of my thoughts. But yeah, let's go ahead and shift directions now to talking about the Blind Film Critic Society. And this is our second year, which is very exciting, of doing nominations and awards from 4 blind film critics. And John, I'll pass it over to you just for any new listeners out there to talk about your vision for why you started the Blind Film Critic Society and what the mission is.
Well, I came up with the Blind Film Critic Society to encourage more people to be in the space and more blind film criticism, just in general. You know, I was inspired, just oddly enough, by the way that the Razzies started, just in like some dude's living room back in the day. It was a bunch of like industry insiders, and they just kind of voted on what they thought the worst films are. And now they're this sort of weirdly recognized award ceremony every year. And like, if they can do it, why can't we? Every organization starts somewhere. So I just started with the blind film critics that I knew and have been trying to expand. Our requirements are quite low. You just have to have seen a minimum of 25 films in a year and have a social media presence publicly somewhere where you can write about film. So not like friends only on Facebook. Like, you have to be able to post so that people can see.
The easiest way to do it is to get a Letterboxd account and put
Yes.
reviews on there. I mean, that's what Ren does. That's what I do. And the other requirement is you have to be legally blind, obviously. So
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You have to be at least low vision enough to where audio description is the thing that you use.
yes,
Like
Audio-
like you have, because the whole point of it is audio description. We only award and nominate films that have existing audio description tracks. So we don't award anything, which makes our international feature category look completely different than anybody else's. I think that's the great thing, is that we're celebrating it from our perspective. It's different than anybody else's. And maybe we'll continue to grow our ranks. And we're just such an underrepresented community that I think it's important, because if we're not doing it, then who is? So we have to still continue to be out there pounding the ground, because this year the Oscars were a great example of how easily dismissed we can be in terms of audio description being such an afterthought. The fact that we have 2 Best Picture nominees without audio description from a major studio, it's unacceptable.
and it's not for the lack of awareness, because they've done audio description before for foreign films. We beat that drum before. But yeah, last year for the Blind Film Critics Society, we had 3 members. This year we have 4 with the addition of Ren. So this is our second awards ceremony, I guess
Hopefully
you could
somebody
say.
will reach out to us and join us for next year for our 3rd annual.
Yeah, so if you'd like to join the Blind Film Critics Society, you can email us darkroomfilmcast@gmail.com, and we would love to have you.
Once we have enough people, we'll try to make an actual social media presence that is not contacting us individually on our own social media platforms. But we are small but mighty right now.
And it's great just to see even growth in small ways. The fact that, Ren, you're here this year, like Alex was saying, we have 4 people this year rather than 3. It's like, it's progress, small but mighty nonetheless.
And the cool thing is, since we have such a small group, our nominees and winners are very unique, as you're about to see.
Yeah, you'll see that they don't line up completely with the Oscar nominations, which is okay. And
politic free, mostly.
And we do a voting process just like any other organization would. I feel like it's a very fair and judicious process where we discuss, we do rankings, so on and so forth. And yeah, I really enjoyed this process. I think it's fun every year.
Yeah, for anybody who's interested, we do ranked choice voting, which is what a lot of other. I vote for several other critics' awards, and some of them do ranked choice. The higher up, the more points it will get down to the bottom. And the Oscars do it the same way. Even their final ballot for Best Picture was ranked. So there was a lot of conversation about whether or not that would help or hurt certain films if they were too divisive. So that's how we vote.
And another thing that sets us apart is that we do awards for best audio description for different genres as well, because we want to celebrate the work that audio description writers, performers, and companies are doing to make film accessible for all of us.
The way this is going to work is we're going to do the below the line categories, then go up to actor, director categories, then go into the audio description category, and then end off with best picture.
All right, well, go ahead, Alex, and kick us off. Alex will be the one that will be reading each category, and he will also announce the winners for each category as well. And then me, John, and Ren will be reading the category nominees.
And this is going to go quick because I don't have a room of writers to write skits and jokes for every category. So the nominees for best sound are
Ballerina, F1, Frankenstein, Sinners, and Warfare.
And the winner is Warfare, which had outstanding sound. So for our next award, the nominees for the best original song are
Waiting on a Wish from Snow White, I Lie to You from Sinners, Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters, Soda Pop from K-Pop Demon Hunters, and Girl in the Bubble from Wicked for Good.
And the winner is Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters. And moving on to the next one, the nominees for Best Original Score are
Daniel Bloomberg for The Testament of Anne Lee, Joskin Fendrix for Begonia, Ludwig Göransson for Sinners, Alexander Desplat for Frankenstein, and Michael Giacchino for Fantastic Four First Steps.
And the winner for Best Original Score is Ludwig Göransson for Sinners. The nominees for Best Comedy are
The Naked Gun, Fackham Hall, One of Them Days, The Ballad of Wallace Island, Friendship.
And the winner is The Naked Gun. The nominees for Best Horror Film are
Weapons, Sinners, Final Destination, Bloodlines, Frankenstein, Bring Her Back.
The winner is Final Destination Bloodlines. The nominees for Best Film Not Primarily in the English Language are
Arco, Rental Family, A Private Life, Nouvelle Vague, 2,000 Meters to Andrica.
And the winner is Rental Family. The nominees for Best Documentary are
The Alabama Solution, Come See Me in the Good Light, Perfect Neighbor, Deaf President Now, John Candy, I Like Me.
and the winner is The Perfect Neighbor. The nominees for Best Animated Feature are
Zootopia 2, K-Pop Demon Hunters, Elio, Arco, In Your Dreams.
I'm going to do my best Kumail Nanjiani impression. We have a tie. This is not a joke. We have a tie. The winners are K-Pop Demon Hunters and Zootopia 2. And that's what happens when you only have 4 voting members. The nominees for Best Screenplay are
Will Tracy, Begonia, Zach Kreger, Weapons, Eva Victor, Sorry Baby, Ryan Coogler, Sinners, and JT Mulmer, The Long Walk.
and the winner is Sinners for Ryan Coogler. So that was the end of the Under the Line category, so we're going to move on to actor. So the nominees for Best Supporting Actress are
Ariana Grande, Wicked for Good, Odessa Zion, Marty Supreme, Glenn Close, Wake Up Dead Man, Amy Madigan, Weapons, Sally Hawkins, Bring Her Back.
And the winner is Amy Madigan for Weapons. The nominees for Best Supporting Actor are
Ben Foster, Christy, Sean Penn, One Battle After Another, David Johnston, The Long Walk, Jacoby Jupe, Hamnet, Jack O'Connell, Sinners.
And the winner is Ben Foster for Christy. The nominees for Best Actress are
Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Sydney Sweeney, Christy, Jessie Buckley, Hamnet, Emma Stone, Begonia, Eva Victor, Sorry Baby.
And the winner is Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. The nominees for Best Actor are
Jesse Plemons, Begonia, Dylan O'Brien, Twinless, Timothy Chalamet, Marty Supreme, Michael B. Jordan, Sinners, and Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon.
And once again, we have a tie. We would love to have a fifth member. So if you'd like to join, please join us. The winners are Timothy Chalamet for Marty Supreme and Michael B. Jordan for Sinners. So between them, they played about 5 roles between the two actors. So good job, guys. So the nominees for Best Director are
Yorgos Lanthimos, Begonia, Josh Safdie, Marty Supreme, Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another, Ryan Coogler, Sinners, Zach Kreger, Weapons.
and the winner is Ryan Coogler for Sinners. And our award for Best Disability Representation, the winner is Sora Wong for Bring Her Back. She was an authentically cast blind actress. The nominees for Best Audio Description Action are
Ballerina, Company, Deluxe, written by Christina Stevens, performed by Laura Post. Begonia, Company, Access Media Group, performed by Sylvie Zamora. Predator, Badlands, Company, Deluxe, performed by William Michael Redman and Jedediah Barton. Superman, Company, Deluxe, written by Christina Stevens and Carrie Canning, performed by Jedediah Barton. Tron, Ares, Company, Deluxe, written by Christina Stevens, performed by Laura Post.
And the winner for Best Audio Description Action is Ballerina. The audio description track is from Deluxe, written by Christina Stevens and performed by Laura Post. So the nominees for Best Audio Description Horror are
28 Years Later, Company, Deluxe, written by Anusha Vidadjuri, performed by William Michael Redman. Bring Her Back, Company, Deluxe, written by Matthew Christopherson, performed by Laura Post. Fear Street, Prom Queen, Company, IDC, written and performed by Liz Gutman. Final Destination, Bloodlines, Company, Deluxe, written by Meg Ryan, performed by William Michael Redman. Frankenstein, Company, IDC, written by Liz Gutman, performed by Anna Franca Duvall.
And the winner for Best Audio Description Horror is Final Destination Bloodlines from Deluxe, written by Meg Ryan and performed by William Michael Redmond. The nominees for Best Audio Description in a Comedy are
Friendship, Company, Deluxe, written by Justin Soule, performed by William Michael Redman. Happy Gilmore 2, Company, DVW, written by Connor DeWolf, performed by Justin Smallbridge. Marty Supreme, Company, Deluxe, written by Anusha Vidadjuri and Justin Soule, performed by Roy Samuelson. The Naked Gun, Company, Icon Group, written by Caitlin Bosford, performed by Aaron Hansen. Twinless, no publicly available credits.
And the winner is The Naked Gun. Audio description provided by Icon Group. The nominees for Best Audio Description Drama are
Father, Mother, Sister, Brother, Company, Princess Productions. A House of Dynamite, Company, IDC, written by Liz Gutman, performed by Jamie Lamchick. The Long Walk, Company, Deluxe, written by Stony M. Schuler, performed by William Michael Redman. Train Dreams, Company, IDC, written by Liz Gutman, performed by Jamie Lamchick. Warfare, Company, Deluxe, written by Christina Stevens and Matthew Christopherson, performed by Nicole Zanzarella.
And the winner is Train Dreams from IDC, written by Liz Gutman and performed by Jamie Lemchick. And now we are moving on to the final award of the night. The nominees for Best Picture at the Blind Film Critic Society are
Sinners, Begonia, Frankenstein, Weapons, Marty Supreme, Train Dreams, The Long Walk, Sorry Baby, Twinless, The Plague.
And the winner of Best Picture at the second annual Blind Film Critic Society is Begonia. Congratulations to all the winners.
Yay!
Awesome.
Bet nobody saw that coming.
Yes, a huge congratulations to all the winners, and a special shout out to all the audio description companies, writers, and narrators of all of these films who made film accessible for us in the year of 2025. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun voting, a lot of fun coming up with the nominees, talking with my fellow blind constituents. And this is just a lot of fun. And it's great that we have our own awards ceremony, because I know a lot of times the Oscars really didn't align a lot with us, but it's always nice to, have our own opinions and be able to shout them out to the world.
And once again, we'd love to continue adding to the Blind Film Critics Society. So if you do want to join and you watch at least 25 films a year and you have a public social media presence where you can post about them in any form, please feel free to email us once again at darkroomfilmcast@gmail.com. That's darkroomfilmcast@gmail.com. And John and Ren, we'll throw it over to you for any final thoughts.
Yeah, this was amazing. I really look forward to doing this again next year, hopefully with more members. And I really love the fact that we definitely beat to our own drum and we don't feel like we have to conform at all to industry norms. And a couple categories that we did align with other awards groups and bodies, it largely just was how we felt, as evidenced by the categories where we truly did not align, or nominations that we gave that nobody else was giving. So I'm really proud of the fact that we stand on our own and don't feel like we have to go to the whims of campaigning. If you want to continue to follow me, I have macthemovieguy.com and I have a YouTube at Mac the Movie Guy. I'm also on Rotten Tomatoes, John Stark. You can follow me on there and see which films I put on the tomato meter, as currently the only blind film critic on the tomato meter. But as this group is evident, I hope that will change at some point.
Yeah, that would be great if Rotten Tomatoes expanded their disability presence. Ren, what's your Letterboxd handle, or where can people find you and your reviews?
You can find me on Letterboxd. I believe I am Audio Cinephile on Letterboxd. And you can reach me at ren@renleach.com. And I would just like to echo what everybody's been saying so far about joining the group. That's one of the great things about this group, is how welcoming and open people have been to accept other people in, and we want more of you. So please come in and let your opinions be heard, and help us break some of those ties.
Well, thank you guys so much once again for being here today. And be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and Instagram at Darkroom Filmcast.
Yes, and you can please, I mean, if you want to join, email us, but you can also email us if you just want to tell us your thoughts on our award winners and all of that too. So one more time, our email is darkroomfilmcast@gmail.com. And you can also follow me personally on Instagram. My Instagram is me and my blazer. I post a lot of reviews on there as well. So feel free to follow me there.
And you can follow me on Letterboxd at Lee Pugsley, LA. And we'd also like to thank All Senses Go and Matt Lauterbach for making transcripts of this episode possible, as well as Blind Can, our editing sponsor.
Great. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time on The Dark Room.
Thank you. Take care, guys.